Hello. I have two interesting newspaper articles to tell you about today. Both of them are from the Sunday Times on the 12th of July and both have the backdrop of the coronavirus pandemic. The first one is about helping obese people to lose weight, and the second one is about anxiety as lockdown restrictions ease. India Knight wrote the first article and it was in the comments section of the Sunday Times. She entitled it, "To Beat Obesity, Target Minds, Not Stomachs." The subheading was, "We want a thinner Britain, especially in COVID times, but shaming won't work." India and I argued that people who are overweight will not be helped to lose weight by anti-obesity drives by the government, such as banning junk food promotion at supermarkets or taking away sweets from the tills, and that a public campaign telling fat people to lose weight will make them ashamed, reminding them that they are the problem. She went on to say that it is shame that keeps people fat, and that being fat is as much in the head as in the body. She said that in theory people know how to lose weight, but it is not as easy as that, thus totally belittling their suffering and situation. She stated that issues with weight, either too much or too little, needed to be managed with a psychological approach. India went on to say that eating is a cure for all sorts of misery for different people, and that people eat when they're sad, lonely, worried, scared and angry, as well as when they're happy, and it's like eating one's emotions. She said that other overweight people feel small and lost inside and want to feel bigger and more powerful. She said that sometimes overeating is called self-care if people eat to stop feeling less miserable. India went on to say that this works in the reverse too, and that people who are underweight starve themselves of feelings. India acknowledged that people are free to be the weight they choose, but the consequences for COVID are stark because people are twice as likely to die if they contract the virus if they're overweight. India quoted from the Public Health England's website that the annual spend on obesity and diabetes is greater than that for the police, the judiciary and the fire services combined. She argued that the government should be kind to people and not hide the chocolates and tell people to get on their bikes. She suggested that providing obese people with a simple, affordable, flexible plan for healthy eating and a personalised psychological assessment of the causes of their overeating would be a more prudent use of money. The second article is written by Stig Abel in his column The Explainer in the news review section. It was simply entitled Anxiety, with a picture of the painting with the same title, painted by Edvard Munch in 1894 under the article. The subheading was, "The crisis shrank our world. Now the idea of a return to normal life and all its freedom is what overwhelms us." Stig's article reassures people that the dizziness of freedom of coming out of lockdown with the anxieties and uncertainties will pass, and that many people around us are, and I quote, silently reeling too. In his article, Stig wove his own experience of anxiety with that of anxiety from the literature. He said that the word anxiety comes from the Latin word to constrict, and said that anxiety is often experienced as a physical sensation of constricted breathing or tightness across the chest. He cited Hippocrates, who describes the symptoms of a man named Nicanor, who became frightened of going to drinking parties, as masses of terror rising up. Stig said, and I quote, "Carl Jung called anxiety fear spread thinly, something that lies lank across you, sapping your spirit." Stig said that specific stress is bad, but general anxiety is more pernicious. He said that it is a feeling of dread that, because it cannot be reasoned with, can never be assuaged. He said that he has managed his anxiety over the years with exercise and by reading books, such as the narcotic soothing of detective fiction. He stated that 1 in 3 people have experienced anxiety, and these people may be lucky in that they may have been inoculated against the symptoms of uncertainty and vaccinated by their prior distress. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.